And we're back. Hello. Welcome back to more Pokemon Scarlet. Immediately with the background noises, I'm so sorry. I had to make a note of something. Speaking of making a note, guess who remembered after the last recording to write down a note? Remember that thought that I kept thinking? That I was like, I'm going to express this thought later because I don't want to express it now because it won't make sense. I remembered. I thought the thought multiple times. I was thinking away and I remember the thought. Anyway, we're back. I feel turned around, but I literally was like, we're gonna go this way, and we're gonna go this way. There's more items up this way, and I remember there's like a stupid strong trainer that we're actually not gonna fight just yet. I'll know him when I see him because he kind of scarred me my first playthrough because I was just like running around and I saw him. I was like, oh, a fight me. And when I tell you homeboy whooped me, and I wasn't expecting it because he was like 5 levels higher than me, and I was like, who coded you to be so strong? Like, I think he's a like a black belt. Are they still in this game? No. Are black belts in this game? Look at me, aging myself. Anyway, he's somewhere up here. I simultaneously want to find him so I can avoid him. Like I want to find him so I can avoid him, but I also want to know like the general area of where he is. That way I can come back and take my vengeance out on him. He's kind of like the trainer, like one of the first trainers that I remember being up here that I actively like won't fight in the beginning. And I'll be like, I'll just come back and fight him later, and then never do. And of course, by the time I remember that he's over here when I'm doing something later in the game, it's just too late. Like I'm too strong. And it just doesn't make sense. Gimme! Gimme! Gimme ghoul. Gimme. Those are fun. Just actually thinking about it. Where is the guy? Don't you make a liar out of me and not be over here. Forget it. We're gonna keep running. Was that Swift again? I was only half paying attention. I was more focused on what I was saying. We may or may not try to go for all the Gimme Ghoul coins. I'm not insane, so we're not gonna shoot for what is Gimme Ghoul's evolution? What's the cheese man's name? I can't. There he is. Yeah, no, he's a black belt. All the way out here. I'm gonna avoid you now that I remember where you are. But anyway, yeah, no, that's not gonna be on our team. We're gonna definitely shoot for, if I see a Gimme Ghoul or if I hear one, because in my experience and in my opinion, you hear them before you see them. Which I do appreciate that they did that they made it so that even if you can't see them, you can hear them, right? Something that we are gonna do is get our next team member. Spoiler alert, it's this friend right here, FLAMIGO. I love FLAMIGO so much. Like, I actually used the FLAMIGO in my first playthrough of this game. I didn't know what it was until I caught it, and I was like, oh, okay, we're good. And I was like, oh, it's a fighting type, and I was like, oh, it's cool. And when I tell you I leaned on it so much in my first playthrough, I love it so much. I love FLAMIGO. Since it's a single stage evolution, okay, I gotta focus on catching you because you are stupid strong for being level 5. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I think I have confusion on Ralt actually. So if I can't catch this, never mind, I was worried for nothing. I was gonna say, if I can't catch this, I have a super effective move. Hey, look, level 9. But yeah, my first playthrough, I don't want a nickname. I just be clicking too fast. If I gave FLAMIGO a nickname, it would literally just be Amigo. I leaned on FLAMIGO a lot the very first time that I had it. Plus special attack. That's not great. But it's got Scrappy, which is great. Being Scrappy being uninfected by Intimidate, I feel like it's relatively new. Flying Terra type, I'll take it. Minus special defense doesn't do us any good. Its nature doesn't do us any good, but I don't think it's necessarily gonna hinder us, so it's fine. Did I expect us to have half our team this early in the game? No, because again, Ralts wasn't initially gonna be on the team, but I was like, let's just do it. It's fine, you know? It's some coverage that I actually didn't plan on having. So this works out. This works out. I say that and we'll just see. I think I talked about it in another one of my series about how I like to build my team, but I'm just gonna talk about it again. I like to have my team to be as balanced as possible. I mean, that doesn't always work, but you do what you can when it comes to Pokemon. Let's be real. I slightly forgot that this was over here. I thought that you got to it a different way. Faint writing is carved into the shrine. Herein lie sealed the ruinous tablets. We'll work on that later. We'll work on that later, as best as we can. Same with the gimme ghouls. We'll kind of just be picking them up as we see them. And then if I see fit, we'll dedicate some time to actually going out and picking them all up. For funsies, you know? For the funsies. For the lore, for the content. Because why not? Happiny! Happini's so cute. I want a Happiny plushie. That'll just sit on my bed or my couch forever and ever. Psybeam. Ralts 1000% get Psybeam, level up. Oop, not wrong box. Not box bag. But it doesn't hurt to just go ahead and kind of have it, right? Like, I don't think I'm going to give this to anything else. So, I'm kind of thinking, why not? Right? Also, Swift. No Rock Blast. Okay. Let's just go ahead with Swift, because it's not bad, and not missing is great. Ask for advice. What do you think? Get rid of Scratch? No. Try again. Skipping it? No. Third time's the charm. You didn't choose correctly, but it's okay, I got you. The answer is Tail Whip. The answer is forget Tail Whip. And we're gonna give Swift to Ralts as well. Let's try you. Get rid of Growl. See, you get it. You get it. That's 2 green Pokemon on my team. Maybe one day I'll do like a color coordination team. Like those Nuzlocks. Do I want to get rid of Confusion? Confuse is at 65. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it because they're both confused. One is just what, 15 more? So we'll do it. Look at me, quick math. Moving on. Endear, I don't want Endear. We're gonna faint. We're gonna faint. Oh, you saw when I ran up the cliff and slid down? That was me trying to avoid this Lechonk. We're not gonna talk about how poorly it went. We're just gonna move on. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really feel like now that we've got FLAMIGO, I can take on that guy. Cause I do remember he's got a Rock Ruff. So we're good with that because we've got Double Kick. I don't remember what else he has though. So I'm a little nervous. Can I fall from here? Nope. Okay, maybe a little lower. Can I fall from here? Yeah, I can slide. I don't want to get my tush handed to me though. Not this early, if I'm gonna be honest. The door was so weird. Where are we? Cause alright, I didn't pause that so I could read it. I paused it so you could read it in case you wanted to. There's Ghastlies up here? I'm trying to... Okay, we're in area 1, so we might be able to take on this kid. I don't know. We're gonna save just in case. I'm not trying to lose any money. Dude, can I heal you too? Okay, good. So we're in South Province area 1. Granted, my highest level Pokemon is level 9, so I'm a little scared of this guy, but let's just see what we're gonna get ourselves into. Hello. What do you have? Please don't be too strong. Trying to figure out what's behind the door. Maybe a battle will take your mind off of it. What do you have? Ooh, Squawkabilly isn't seen for much later in the game. 7. Okay. One Pokemon level 7. I don't have the type advantage. Right now I'm at a disadvantage. It definitely has Peck or something. We'll just see. Okay. I'm actually kind of worried. I'm a little worried. Of course it's faster. Quick attack. That's a good chunk. How much does bite do? Okay, we out damage, but it outspeed. Well, that might be it. Okay, no, we lived, but we have to switch. It's definitely gonna see the priority with quick attack. I'm scared Ralts can't take it, and it won't be faster. Flamigo's level 5 though. Okay, we're actually gonna try to see if Flamigo can take a hit, and then I can probably copycat quick attack, because it's gonna quick attack me. I bet you any of those Flamigos in the background have a better nature than mine, but it's fine, we're not gonna talk about it. Okay, if I can live, then can I copycat quick attack and use it first? Nope. So now I'm gonna fail my move too. What a productive turn. Good job, y'all. Okay, it's gonna quick attack again, right? Okay, that's fine. That's fine, because now your attack's gonna fall too. Okay, one more time. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Now we're both at -2. So honestly though, I probably at this point could switch into Ralts. It probably could take a hit at this point. We're just gonna go for Peck. Watch it quick attacks. Oh no, Mimic. Okay, well that's gonna fail. So now we're gonna Peck and we're gonna see how much it does. But we're at -2. Okay, that's not great. Mimic, but you go first, so he's always gonna fail. Oh, okay, we got this. I'm not worried anymore. I don't think I expressed that, but I'm not worried anymore. Okay, cool. That battle was actually kind of scary, and I'm over here talking about taking on that guy now. But you see how Flamigo just carried us? Home Claws. Yeah, we'll take Home Claws. Advice. What you got? Pass. Well, attack and accuracy isn't bad. Here I go again. Sitting on moves forever. Am I ever? No. If I'm being perfectly honest, I'm probably not going to take the time out to boost. And if I feel like I need to, I'll probably just relearn the move. Because in this game, all you gotta do is hit a button. And you can relearn the move in the middle of nowhere. Which I love that. Absolutely love that. This is going to be a big place for... I can't reach you! Oh, yes I can. Oh, great design. Great game design. I probably couldn't reach it. It feels like up there. I can reach you. Look how many we've got. At this rate, y'all, we're like halfway there to a Godango, and I remembered its name in this very moment. Honestly, I'm so into the thought of doing that I'm gonna make the coins a favorite. I didn't mean to use it. Okay, I meant to favorite. There we go, plus. Before I start collecting too many items and it gets down at the bottom and I can't find it anymore. Okay, I think that's everything there. There's still more stuff around. So we'll just run around, we'll just get the stuff. Fun fact, I'm not a huge fan of open world games. So like Pokemon is actually one of my favorite games because I'm more of an RPG linear gamer person. And so in theory this should be like my least favorite game because it's incredibly open world. You can just run around and find things. And I like the thought of them. And I guess I wish I liked them more, so this is probably the best way to get me to like them. Especially when you put a whole bunch of stuff just everywhere. But I get lost really easily. But it's fine. So I think honestly, just to keep the pace of the video, so this video, like me playing through this game is in like 104 parts, we're gonna stay on a bit of a linear path, which is literally carved out in the road for us, in order to make some decent progress, if I'm being honest. Granted, I say that, and watch, I just run off into the middle of a garden in like the next episode, or probably later in this episode, and it's gonna be like, what did you just say? And it's gonna be like, don't worry about what I just said. Just watch what I'm doing now. We're gonna heal, because that was a lot. Also, Nimona talked to us in the last episode, and she told us a bunch of stuff that I didn't pay attention to. But it's fine. Ooh, squeaky chair. I don't know what she said, so if you wanted to see what she said, I hope you read it. Go back in the last video and read it. Okay. Tidbits come in handy. They do come in handy. So yeah, for as much of a path as this is, we are going to stay on it. Because I don't want this to take a million parts. I want to make decent progress. Now, of course, if they like, backtracking in my speech, if there's like an item that I want, or if I want to go off the path for something in particular, then, you know, we will. But for the most part, it's gonna be like, let's stay somewhere. I didn't mean to be grouchy. 2 whole Pokemon. You are cool. You are superty cool. Yeah. It's actually kind of crazy that even before the first badge, I already have like basically half my team. Well, not basically, I do have half my team because I already have 3. Look at my little baby shooting off a laser from his hand. I didn't even see that item. Is that behind us or in front of us? I'm sorry if you want to see this action. That's behind us. I just completely skipped an item behind a rock and right in the way. We're going back for it. I can stay in because we have disarming voice. Oh, we could also, if we... Can we go back to that cave? Ooh, you know what? It's not super effective because it's part fire, which resists fairy. We'll swap. It's because I don't need this taking forever. Don't burn. Nice. And this battle's done. Look at that. FLAMIGO is so strong. I was actually going to make a point about FLAMIGO earlier, but I got sidetracked. I was going to say it's like it's a single stage evolution that's really good, and it stays good. And I was actually going to mention that it's kind of like it's the Girafarig of Gen 9, but it's Girafarig like, you know, before Gen 9. Because as we know, like, Farigiraf exists now. Or Farigiraf? I don't know. Anyway. And so, like, how Girafarig didn't have, you know, an evolution for years. Like, years. You know? And it was good. Like, all things considered, like, Girafarig wasn't a bad Pokemon. It was mid, you know, we have to be honest. It wasn't anything, like, you put it on your team because, you know, normal psychic, and it learns psychic even sooner than a lot of good psychic types. And if you have no friends or a second console, you're not getting out of Kazam. So it was good, all things considered, but it definitely, it would be outclassed, you know. And in my opinion, well, there are some Pokemon that are a little bit better than Flamigo, but Flamigo just stays good. Like, it's too good for this early in the game, and then later on in the game it just becomes up to par, which I think, all things considered, just being a regular old Pokemon, like not even pseudo legendary, is really good. Like, I think if we're talking about standards of Pokemon being amazing, like having base stats better than like Pokemon that you catch in the beginning, and then becoming up to par with Pokemon by the time you're in the by the time you're in the area of the 6th, 7th gym, like that's pretty good. Like that's you can't beat that, in my opinion. You know, a Pokemon that's too good in the beginning and then just becomes up to par by the end of the game. It's, what more do you want? You know, because even if you go the route of having like pseudo legendaries, they just start off really bad. Like, I'm talking literally every dragon ever. Like, no baby dragon is good. I'm trying to think. Is there a single baby dragon that's good? I was gonna say Scrope, but Scrope isn't even a dragon type till it evolves. No, they're not that great, you know, until they start evolving. But I was gonna say my girl Flamigo, but my Flamigo's actually a boy. My boy Flamigo just out here crushing it from day one. Honestly, an inspiration to all of us. She has a Dunsparce. Don't ask me how many times I've played this game. Some trainers just kind of stick out to me for some reason, and I remember what they have. And sometimes, I don't know why, that's a bit of a core memory for me that she has a Slack Off. Or, yeah, Slack Off. This battle's over. Look at that. That was nearly a one-shot. Amazing. Flamigo's gonna carry this team. Flamigo is gonna carry this entire team, this entire run. And I try to keep everybody around the same level, but since the experience share is basically built in to all of your Pokemon if they're on your team, I almost have no reason to have anybody else out. He has a flying type. We're keeping Flamigo out. And I'm gonna let it, because regardless of if they fight, they're gonna gain experience. So it's almost like, why even use anything else? My whole team is just Flamigo. I'm a Flamigo stan, if you can't tell. Okay, Rookity. I couldn't remember which one it was, but I remember he had a bird. I was like, this man has a bird. What bird? I don't know. Peck for peck. Maybe I just remember what these earlier trainers have, because watch me get into like further into the game and I'm gonna be like, I don't know what this person has. We're already at level 10. Sometimes I don't like that some Pokemon don't evolve, because low-key, there are some trainers actually this way if you decide to take the other path. I think there's a trainer here in like the middle of the grass. I think. We're gonna try to fight them all, because spoiler alert, we're gonna have to fight Nimona, and she's a dirty cheater who's gonna use terastallization before we can, and her Pokemon's gonna hit really hard for this early in the game. Granted, I have a Flamigo, so I've basically won the entire game, but just in case. I recall there not being anything that way. Or no. The other side, where we just came from, the girl that had the Dunsparce over on that side, if you go around the bridge, there's nothing there. I had to learn that the hard way. I don't remember if there's anything on this bridge. Oh, he does have a Shinx. Okay. I had a thought that he had a Shinx, but I didn't want to. Ooh, And you can't lower my attack. I have a FLAMIGO. I've won the whole game. There's nothing you can do. I don't remember. I was saying I don't remember if there's anything on the other side of that bridge. So we're not gonna find out though. You may explore it for yourself, but I don't want to go all the way over there for nothing. I'm actually kind of tempted to. Listen, I shouldn't have added FLAMIGO to my team. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna go fight those other trainers down the road to the path that we were going, but I was like, I don't think I need the experience. Say it with me, class. I have a FLAMIGO. I've won the game. You know? Anyway. I'm gonna heal and we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna fight her. I think she's got 2 members on her team. Oh wait! No, this guy. We're gonna try to get all the there's many of these men and we're gonna try to get them all. I've never done it before, so we're gonna try to. 4 trainers. I think I've done that. Yeah. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna aim for that. I think Ralts can learn Thunder Wave. But I don't foresee myself needing it really anytime soon. So we're gonna hold off. I could also be wrong. It might not even learn it. But we're just gonna hold off because I don't foresee myself needing Thunder Wave right now. Did I know? ZL? I thought it was ZR. Oh, cool. That is handy because it's honestly... Oh, hold on. Yep, we're good. It's honestly... She starts with her starter, so hold on. There we go. We'll give the other members the time to shine. Barely. Just barely. Dawn! Me? Did ya? I love how they spelled that. I love how they spelled did ya. Let's have a fruitful battle. Why did we run so far away? I don't even think we were this far away during our first fight. And I sure wasn't this far away from anyone else that I fought. So why are we running from each other? Okay, I was right though. She does start with her starter. Two Pokemon. Spoiler alert, she's gonna have 2 fighting types on her team. Just like me, I ended up having 2 fighting types on my team because I didn't realize that Palmy evolved into a fighting type. And I ended up having 2 fighting types on my team. But I wasn't mad about. I was like, oh, okay. Electric fighting. Should have been Electivire, but it's fine. we won't talk about it. I want to use an Electivire. 2 Pokemon who got final evolutions in my favorite gen. We are gonna switch. I'm not gonna lie, if you could set this game to set, I would, but you can't. So, and it's not necessarily a challenge I want to add on to myself because it just takes up a whole turn, so it's not even like the same. So, not worth it. A little bark. He's gonna double. I forgot I was gonna say we're not even gonna give her the chance to terrestrialize, but she does it first turn, so it's always gonna happen. It's my theory that the only reason she terrestrialized and even caught a second Pokemon is because she's scared of us. Because we absolutely whooped her in the first fight. Wow, first turn static. That's pretty good. Those are good odds. It's not gonna help you though. Imagine if before we landed the second kick, we got paralyzed. I would have died. I would have been like, you're an absolute cheater. And now we're stuck being paralyzed. Well, not really, because we're about to go into the world's longest cutscene, and we're just gonna be healed over that point. So I'm not even gonna worry about it. I probably should read it because it's gonna be but it's gonna be a lot of reading. Anyway, at this point, she's talking about how she terrestrialized. It's really great, but she's like, "Oh snap! Wait, you can't do it. Sorry, I probably went too hard then." Even though I'm just like, baby doll, at what point do you think I would have had access to terrestrialization? You know, I think you know that I don't have access to it, and you just chose not to because let's be real here. She's a champion trainer, you know? I think even when we first meet her, she has access to terrestrialization. But in the first fight, the director's watching us and she knows this. So that's the only reason why she doesn't pull it out and, that's the only reason why she doesn't use it in the first battle because we're being watched, by the director. So then now in the second fight, when there's no one around to tell her or to get her in trouble, that's when she decides to use it. And I think she also just caught another Pokemon just to be on the safe side because she's like, I don't want to just have one, So Nemona's a rule breaker and she's scared of us. She's been scared of us since the first fight that she lost against us. This is the only time I am going to stand on this theory. Just because afterwards, she just be battling us because she's like, oh, hey, you've got Pokemon, I've got Pokemon, let's do this. Oh, I didn't mean to hit the hair salon. Genuinely meant to hit the food. Like, if I'm being honest, if I'm going somewhere, if I'm on vacation, I want to eat. I want to eat. Delibird Presents is a store that we will become very familiar with, and there are a few around the region, but I end up just coming back to the two that are over here because it's just the easiest. Am I allowed to customize yet? Can I take this hat off yet? Yeah, I can. Good stuff. So we're gonna remove the hat. X to remove. And I'm gonna get my sports buds back. We're also gonna buy a new cell phone case, but not yet. I don't like how these look. I do from the side, but not from the back. But we're not gonna... Poof! That's better. We're not gonna do any shopping just yet. We do have a good bit of money, but I kind of want to save up because the items that I'm probably gonna end up using in the future are gonna be a bit on the expensive side, and I don't want to have to worry about money. Is there an amulet coin in this game? I don't remember because typically the amulet coin is an item that's kind of just given to you in most Pokemon games, and I don't think that one's like really given to you in this game. So I don't recall if there's one. I'm gonna look it up, but I'm gonna go ahead and state for the record that I'm thinking in this moment there is not one, because it's not a key item. Because you can let your Pokemon hold it, obviously, and that wouldn't be a key item. But I think because you have the opportunity to sell so many items, because there's items everywhere, that they don't give you one. Because, like, fun fact, the Pokeball items that you can get, your regular items, those are gone once you collect them. Hold on. But the little sparks in the ground, those respawn. This is a poison type. I don't have anything for this. We didn't take that. Like, if I'm being honest, we did not take that. Ooh, if we don't one-shot. Nice. She gave us now how did you just have another Terra orb just on you? You wanna battle me instead? I mean, oh, we're battling again, I forgot. Did you heal me? Don't make me do this at half health. My Ralts will not survive. She tried her hardest, but she's not trying to take that again. They're gonna make me terrestrialize this one, which is fine. We're gonna be cheaters and use hypnosis. Okay, I have double team. Don't need it. Won't use it. I actually never used it. I love how Homegirl's still in the background just cheering away. Like he already lost and she's just like, no, it's fine. We're just gonna keep the hype up. Keep the hype train. Hasta la V-Star. Love that line from them though. Excuse me? I wondered why Penny was like so weird about it. Like, you can't just say thank you and move on. But new theory, new conspiracy theory. I think it's because she's like, you're not supposed to be terrestrializing on school grounds. And then we kind of did. And so she's like, I mean, I'm grateful to them for helping me, but like, you low-key helped me illegally. You know what I mean? And so at that point, it's like, I don't want to be too nice about it because I don't want you to be bringing that illegal stuff over here because you're not supposed to do that on school grounds. Oh, you know what? I bet you we could take that guy now. I bet you I can. I'll come back for him. Mark my words. We're going back for that fighter that scares me. We can take him. We can take him. This is about to be the longest cutscene anyone has ever had to see. But as soon as it's over, we're gonna fight him. And we're gonna win. Comment down below how you think we're gonna win. And if your answer is because we have FLAMIGO, you're absolutely correct. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm just gonna press A through all of this. Cause he's like, I heard you helped someone, and we're like, yeah. And he was like, you used terrestrialization, and she's like, yeah, duh. And he's like, that's not permitted. And she's like, oh yeah, my bad. And now we're low-key getting in trouble because like we did it even though we didn't know. But he's like, you're not technically in trouble, but just know don't do it again. And we're just like, oh, we're sorry. Well, she says sorry for us because silent protagonist. Ah, school. That kid is not wearing a proper hat. He's wearing a baseball cap. I don't feel like that's part of the uniform. Our little bowl hat is fine, but a baseball cap? Also, she's wearing shades. And you can't tell me those are the like transitional glasses that turn into shades when you walk outside. Cause that's not it. Oh, these are the questions that they ask about you. I like everything. Totally the same. That'll impress you. Ragamuffins. I'm not gonna lie, if we're gonna be perfectly honest, imagine how embarrassing it would be if you were new to school and you got introduced in front of the class and they just got to ask you questions. Like, that's gotta be weird on both parties. Cause like, first of all, why as a new kid are you introducing me in front of everybody? Like, and then why is this a Q&A about me? And then for the class, what will they want to know? Like, maybe you don't want to know anything about this person. Maybe you want to move on with class. Like, you might be in your favorite class and it's like Q&A about somebody that you just met. Like, I get it, my hair is friggin' cool, but all things considered, you probably don't want to know too much about me unless you speak to me one-on-one. Also, I could be lying. I am so sorry. I'm just going through this text and listen, we're not going to talk about how in the last episode I was like, I'm going to pay attention to this story. I am. I'm sorry. It wasn't a lie, because in the moment I meant it. Like, in that moment when I said that, I meant those words. It's just, today's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. I don't want to do that anymore. But back then I did. But now I don't want to. Maybe I will later. Right now is not the time because he talks a lot. I did forget that his was called the Path of Legends though. Stardust is incredibly generous. That's a lot of money. I do love that the worker bees that they have here in the kitchen are male. Those are male. Move your text box. You can see it. These are specifically male comb bees because the female comb bee, Overworld Sprite, has Overworld Sprite has the little red mark that shows the difference. You hacked my smartphone? You could have just asked for my number. You didn't have to hack my phone. I know who Team Star is. I literally helped a girl today not be assembled by them. Assimilated by them is the word I want to use, actually. So a bit of a hot take in this moment. The director being like, please keep your voice down as you are in the middle of the hall on the phone, and we're like, oh, I'm so sorry. But it wasn't our fault because someone literally hacked our phone to call us. Low key, I'm on the director's side. Why in public am I talking with my phone on speaker? Like, there's just no need. There's one more place we have to go, I think. The staff room. 2 more places we have to go, because then we have to go back to our classroom, I think. No, we don't. No, because the classroom I'm thinking of is this one. Look how big her hair is. It's too big for her head. It's too big for her head. Oh, pardon me. You're pardoned. Don't you worry about it. Pequid? What did she say? I have to wonder, she said because since your heart is set on being a strong trainer, I wonder if that's because we told her that we wanted to. Like, I wonder if she says something different here. Like if in that moment we gave her a different answer. I don't know, someone test that theory. Look at that Riolu. Was you there earlier? Was you there? I don't recall it being there earlier. What a dramatic angle that she was just in. I realized it's a camera angle, but it was still dramatic. What'd you get me? Oh, gym badge. Locations. Good stuff. Give it some thought. Seems like a lot of work. Hey, keep it down. What'd I say? Keep it down, Riolu. Where do you want to go? Maybe the only place that we're supposed to be going, because we were literally called there. Like, where do you want to go? Outside, to the cafeteria, anywhere. But no, I've been called to the principal's office. He looked like he was sleeping. Like, you cannot tell me if you walked into his office and saw him like that, slumped like that, you wouldn't have been like tempted to tap him on the shoulder like, sir, are you awake? Hello? Did you call me up here and then immediately pass out in a nap? This part's kind of funny because he's like, I have someone to introduce you to, but like there's no one in the office, so he just like stands there and lets us look around the whole office just to be like, oh, my bad, let me actually turn the TV on so you can see who I'm talking about. And it's like, wait, you wanted to just have that pulled up in the first place. Are your teeth spiky? They are very spiky. I don't think I ever noticed that your teeth were spiky. Actually, I don't think I've actually played that far into Scarlet. All the times that I played through have been in Violet, so I don't think I ever noticed her and her spiky teeth. I'm a fake fan. I'm literally playing this game that way. It's a bit more of a new experience. That's how Pokemon keeps fresh. You can have new experiences in a different version of the game. Granted, most of the time, the other versions don't have a whole lot of differences. Oh yeah, I'll take care of them. I kinda already have been. I mean, it's been in its Pokeball this whole time, but it's been in my back pocket, nice and warm. You're gonna be in regular contact and keep tabs, please. Thanks, because my mom doesn't. She gave me a sandwich and was like, good luck. You actually have my phone number. Honestly, I'm not super convinced that my mom even has my phone number. She hasn't called me, not once, to be like, you make it to school? Did you eat? She was just kind of like, here's a sandwich, goodbye. That was it. And here's the kicker. I didn't even get to eat the sandwich. That thing was gone. I don't know what he said, but I'm gonna assume he was like, thanks so much for doing that favor for me. Goodbye. I just realized the director has one of those like Pokeball holders that the professors in other games have in their offices. Or labs. I think they're labs before their offices. Ta-cha-chum? What did she say? That's probably not what she said at all. Just making something up. It's a bed. All things considered, like I've been in a dorm room or two in my time. This is really big. Like for a dorm room, this is a pretty nice size. Like, there's no need for me to have this entire kitchen. Like, this is a whole kitchen. The whole space. I am ready to call it a day. And this is my favorite part. Because this is the part where literal days go by, as the game shows. And let me tell you something. Not a singular call from my mother. She hates me. She didn't like that I dyed my hair and put it in space buns. fine. The new assignment. What does he pay? Did you just barge into my room? Girl, I didn't even hear you knock. I didn't even hear you knock. And let me guess. You do the exact same thing if I was a male. Like if I would have chosen the male sprite, you would have done the exact same thing and just didn't knock on my door. Which at that point, it would have been like, how did you even get into this dorm room? This is supposed to be for the boys. So you just be barging in on everybody. Let me stop being really mean to her. She's actually a very nice person. All things considered. Oh, I can't skip this, or I can't just button mash through it. It's autopilot. But yeah, this is basically the part of the story where they're telling us it's permanent recess and we're calling it a treasure hunt. It's a game. So now, and considering this is an academy, we must be paying for this education, or lack thereof, for them to be like, go out and explore the world, make it your own, and then figure out what you love about life at your ripe age of 12, you know? And good luck, and figure it out. And if you meet people along the way who are also trying to figure life out, you two battle. And then whoever wins is clearly doing better in life than the other. Like that has to be what you're going for, right? And find something you might always treasure. Get it? You know? Welcoming you back after your independent study. And the greatest part about this is he's like, I'll welcome you back. But at no point does he ever say, why is that Hariyama there? That Hariyama makes me think that some people have gone crazy and it's just there to keep the peace. Anyway, how long is this? They're not like, we'll see you back here in a week, a month, a year. It's just, come back when you feel like it. Everybody's on a different journey for a different amount of time. She's gonna be back in a week. He may never come back. You're just gonna take a couple of days to figure it out. How long does it take to complete this game? 12 hours? Imagine. Anyway, what did he say? I literally didn't see anything that he said. What am I waiting for? Let's go. Maybe a map. Maybe some direction. Maybe my mom to call me. Good gracious. Okay, we're gonna go. I'm ready to get to the part where we can actually increase speed. Spoiler alert. This whole thing, spoiler. I already said that. I already said I'm playing like I know what I'm doing, because I do. It gets lost. Gosh, I need to stop pressing A so many times. I have no idea what she asked me. Granted, no answer affects the outcome of the game, but it'd be nice to know what I told her. Like, you remember back then what you said to me? And I just had to be like, I really hope it was the first option. Because with how fast I'd be pressing A, 9 times out of 10 it was the first option. But there will be a point in the game where you will need to remember what you said. So, class, be prepared. Make sure to have a notebook and a pen handy. Alright, so now we're just gonna get to the part where she's gonna be like, you're gonna battle all the gyms, right? And then another person is gonna be like, you can't have her for yourself, because she's gonna help me create the best sandwiches anyone's ever never tasted. Because she's my friend. And the mom is gonna be like, no, she's my friend. I mean, we can kind of share her, but she can only really do this one thing that I want to do. And she's just like, that's crazy that you think that. And she's gonna speak like Spanglish. I'm just like, I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna use context clues and be like, you're real surprised. And then my phone's gonna ring. And it's gonna be Cassiopeia. That's what I'm gonna say your name is, Cassiopeia. And Cassiopeia is gonna be like, nuh-uh. She's gonna help me defeat all the bosses of Team Star because I asked her to, and she said she would. And I can do something for her that y'all can't. Pay her. And who runs the world? Money. I'm not gonna turn down a paid internship. For what, friends? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And then whoever's on my phone is just gonna be like, insert your names here. You told her that she could do whatever she wanted. So why are y'all trying to choose for her? As I've already suggested that she should do this because I'm gonna pay her and it's gonna be a great experience. And they're like, well, can't argue with that logic. And then with him being like, we're gonna make sandwiches together. Pay attention to the fact that that skillet's in the back. Oh no, never mind, it's the measuring cup. I'm like, I feel like that skillet isn't always just in the pouch. I feel like it's hanging, but that's the measuring cup that hangs. Does its own thing. Cute keychain. Oh nice, finally. And that's the first time we ever actually have to climb it. From now on, it'll just spawn underneath us. Salazar. Please let me go. Please. Okay, thank you. He's gone. You should follow his path. Goodbye. The treasure hunt has finally begun. This special event is held by the Academy to encourage students to set out on their own and learn for themselves. You're free to decide where you want to go as you search for treasure all of your own. Love that. Jack. Hi, Mr. Jack. Searching for some treasure. Oh, ha! I forgot. Okay, so this is one that spawns in the game if you have the DLC attached. Okay. Special collaboration. My name was on one of those. The land of Kitakami. What's absolutely hilarious is that based off of what he says, you actually do feel kind of special to receive that message, but in reality, all you need is $60. But we're gonna move on from that. This seems like a great place to stop. So until then, we're gonna find many, many adventures in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye!